Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Relyks, and today I have for you an Advanced Wars match. Again, it's me versus someone else. Public match this time around, but it's an interesting one because of the codes that we used. First of all, this would be a Fog of War match, which I rarely ever do. I don't think I've covered a Fog of War match on this channel yet, so this will be a good time, or actually I think I may have, I don't know, I have to go back and look. Either way, I am using Sonja, and I never use Sonja. This is actually, I think this is the third time I've used Sonja now, second or third time, and yeah, I'm going against a Max. Obviously Max is a higher tier co, and so they have the edge per se as far as the fighting capability, but as Sonja, I am the Fog of War specialist, and my units are hidden, so that makes it even more difficult for him to see how much damage he's doing, as well as where my units are, because I have more vision being Sonja and he does not. Now this map in particular, I found it interesting. It's a 2-base map, so I knew Max was probably going to be chosen. First of all, the map is called Aurora Flooding. Decent map, to be honest. It's not like it's horrible. It's just kind of above average, I'd say, for my taste. Not sure about the having 2 ports, but they have their uses. And then 1 airport and 1 comm tower, 1 in each corners, as well as 2 labs. So, as you guys can see at the very bottom of the screen, I am Yellow Comet versus Orange Star. I chose to be second player. I always like to be second player. Again, my opinion, of course, I'm not going to explain first turn advantage. I feel like second player has the advantage. That's why I choose second player all the time. But yeah, so basically I look at this map and I think to myself, it's like, a 2-base map. Max is going to be chosen. It's going to be hard. Tanks probably going to play a huge part. But at the same time, I'm experimenting because I wanted to use Sonja. I haven't really used her at all, so I just kind of felt like I could test it out, and so that's what the end result was. Alright, so let's get started. Let's see. First turn, obviously he's going to build infantry. My turn rolls in. Obviously, I'm going to use my 1 infantry. I'm going to get the capture ahead of time, get the port, and I build my 2 infantry. So nothing surprising there, of course. So he does the same. Infantry moves 1 that way. My turn rolls in. As a luxury, I have the first infantry moving down already. I could send both these infantry to capture these 2 cities, instead of going 1 after the port or the airport. So he moves in 1 guy, the other one moves in after. Then he has to move these 2 accordingly. So this one's probably going to move here into this road's corner, and then this one's going to move out. Most likely. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember. Again, I haven't seen this replay. Throughout the entire match, I felt like I was losing, for sure. Like, there's a moment in the match that I felt like, what the hell was that? And he had the upper hand. But we'll see what happens. So again, I'm just going to speed up a little bit here because this is just the capture phase. As you guys can see his movements. You can see my movements as well. Don't forget I am second player. So I'm going to move out my infantry. So this turn I decided to base skip. The reason is because I want to try and get a black boat. And the black boat has 7 movements. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could put my guy right here. The black boat right there. And it will be in position to drop off an infantry here, and start capturing the center as soon as possible. So, unorthodox, I think, but I thought it was a calculated risk, and I took it. So he brings out the first vehicle. He brought out a recon. This one most likely will go this way because of the way it's positioned. If he wanted to go south, he would build it out this base. He's foregone the airport to get his infantry out farther, whereas I'm already capturing mine. So that's something that's a little bit, differences here and there that we decided to do. And as a result, as second player, I have a 2 property capture lead, and my infantry are moving out. Again, I have 1 guy loaded in the black boat now. Yeah, so because I had to build the black boat, I base skipped again, so I'm lacking 2 more infantry. 1 second. Alright. So, again, another recon from him. This one, so he did go around this way to go south. That's quite interesting. I guess he wanted this guy to... Well, it didn't matter. If he built the infantry here, he would have been right there. So, a slight misplay on his part, but the overall outcome of what this recon doesn't matter. So as you guys can see, my black boat moves out all the way over here, drops off 1 infantry, can start capturing this one immediately. And so now my infantry are all in position to start capturing properties. I pull out the first tank. Again, this is Fog of War. I have no idea he has recons. I have no idea where his units are going. You guys can also see he has 1 guy in the center. He got there as fast as I did too, even with my black boat. But, you know, it was something, like, I have never played this map before. Obviously, it was a calculated risk. Technically, it didn't pay off after looking at his replay. We would have got there at the same rate had my guy just moved up like that. As you guys can see, he moved right here, whereas if he had just moved normally, I'd be right there as well. So either way, I could start catching these properties sooner than he can though, so that's kind of a bonus there. So Recon's move in, still can't see anything. He pulls out tank now as well as capturing his airport. I move out. Again, this is a lab cap. This is a Fog of War with 2 labs, so you gotta protect. You gotta protect them. This one I can see, you know, right away that is like, ooh, I might be able to get it. But at the same time, I also want to go for the comm towers. So I send my black boat back, get more infantry. I build an artillery because I figure Fog of War. Definitely got to have the upper hand as far as indirect. Max's turn again. So he's moving out. Recon moves down. I can't see that recon, but he can see me. He can see all of this. So right now, I have nothing protecting my infantry. Again, his infantry are right there. His other infantry are right in the corner as well. Because he didn't do what I did with the black boat, he has infantry and recons in position to take care of all of my infantry. Whereas I'm thinking he might even go for the center, but he isn't. So right now I'm winning this, kind of, but at the same time, this is all losing, this is all losing, and so I don't see that. I don't see it yet. My turn rolls in again, capturing, going for neutral states. I go for the lab as well. So, I actually, you know what? I do see the recon. I forgot. Sonja has 1 extra vision range for all units, so my infantry can actually see this recon here. Therefore, I pulled my tank back and sent it this way so that I can attack the recon if it attacks my infantry, which it can see. So, totally forgot about that. More infantry to the center, artillery moving out into position here as well. That way I can send it either up or down. So he does attack. Interestingly enough, he went on the road instead of the plains. And first, the attack or did he trap? So what happened there is he did attack, but because I'm Sonja, the replayer won't show you the value in which I took damage. So I think on my turn it will fix itself. So as you guys can see in the top right corner, he's capturing both city and comm tower. In the bottom left, he's capturing the comm tower. And because he hit me as well, I can't actually stop his capture in the bottom left, nor could I actually see his unit. And he stops my lab capture as well again. So damage calcs aren't appearing on his turn during the replay, but it should correct itself on my turn. Yes, that does. So as you guys can see now, I'm a 4 here, I'm a 6 down there. That's unfortunate. I cannot see that he's capturing this comm tower. and I'm seeing that he has all these infantry here capturing these guys. So already I'm at huge disadvantage. Alright, so in the middle I captured a city. I move over and to try and start capturing another one, realizing that he now has this comm tower. There's nothing I can do to stop it. But I do interrupt that cap, and I do move my tank in to attack the recon. For some reason I can't click the tank. I don't know why. But this tank is not in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm totally safe from the tank, and I got practically a free shot on that recon. Again, my infantry in the center are going to move in to capture even more properties. I move one over here to help reinforce as well, because I realize he has infantry here capturing, and I need to stop him. Artillery moves to the center, because I still think he's going to go for the center with some kind of vehicle. So I use my artillery there. Stop the capture on the comm tower. I definitely need to prevent it from happening. I built another artillery and tank as well. He built an anti-air and tank the last turn, probably expecting me to build battlecopters, but the anti-air itself can kill my infantry as well. Tank Max's turn again, and yeah, so he starts capturing here, finds my 2 infantry, so now he sees them, but he can't do anything about it. So my infantry is still, again, he attacked my infantry here. I didn't die. I think I went down to a 1. He builds a tank and an APC. So it's an interesting unit concept there. Not sure what the APC is going to do. I don't remember exactly what he did with it. Recon's still alive, moves back, so it's perfect for him. He can keep his vision as well as staying alive. Tanks move into woods. I can't see that he has that tank yet, nor could my infantry see it go into the forest. So yeah, I'm probably assuming that he doesn't have a tank yet, and yet he does. Top right corner, he is going to get the comm tower on his next turn. He will have both comm towers this entire match, and there's nothing I could do to stop him. In the middle though, I am capturing cities. I am doing a very good job as far as getting the middle. So that's really good. It makes up for the 2 cities I lost in the corners. So this one, top right, he already has. Bottom left, I can't protect it forever. So yeah, unfortunately I had to move my units back. I realize I'm losing at this point. Again, using the black bow, I've lost out on infantry, and therefore my presence in both corners is lacking. So not knowing that the tank is there, I go for attack on this comm tower. I also damage the infantry, that way I can try and prevent him from getting easy captures. So I built a recon and infantry and a battlecopter this turn. This battlecopter is hopefully doesn't get spotted by this anti-air, and I can move it around and kill things. Does move it into the center though. Again, so his units are picking me off. Again, look, now look, I got damaged infantry and a tank versus all of that. Not looking so good. So again, he built another tank here, and again moved it around the other side of the mountain. If he was smart, he would have built the tank right here in this base and used the APC here. It would have done the same thing that it did this turn, but his tank would get extra movement and be over here. So I'm not sure if that's mistakes or it's just second guessing himself. Either way. So he starts capturing my lab in the bottom left corner. I still have the one in the center. Again, I didn't see the tank, so he got a huge hit on me. I believe I'm a 3. I could be a 2 with his extra comm towers actually. I'm a 3. So again, he builds another anti-air in preparation for my battlecopters that he cannot see, but he is expecting them. So that's a little dangerous for me. As you guys can see, I'm not getting anything going as far as the corners, but the middle, get a shot, destroy an infantry, perfect. So now he knows I have an artillery. And I do get the 2 cities as well. So even though I lost the corners, I do have the capture lead right now. So I have a 2k income every turn, extra over his 14,000. But he has the 2 comm towers, which is really bad. I mean, Max alone has strong direct combat with against me, who has a minus 15 luck, day to day power. I have a minus 15 maximum luck. Like that's incredible. And then only to add 20% more to his attack, who already has over 20% attack on top. That's insane to think about. So yeah, I have to be really careful about how I use my units. So I use these guys to scout ahead and see what's coming. Again, I only have my artillery there. Again, I take a shot at a recon, and I don't kill it. I don't see this tank in the top, so again, it's another one of my tanks that's going to get hit. Again, thankfully I am on a city, so I can repair it. But with the extra percentage that this guy has, he can do a lot of damage to me. So as you can see, a damage calc, he can do 5 damage perfectly, and I could only do 3 back. So he'll be a 7 and I'll be a 5. Even on my turn I'll be a 7/7. It's still pretty tough to fight against. So yeah, Max is really scary when it comes to direct combat. So again, I try to mop up his infantry so I can prevent him from gaining captures easily. I move another artillery and tank into the center as well to support and repair my infantry, because that way, he can't totally wipe me out and make me defenseless. I built 2 tanks this turn though. Again, I need more vehicle presence to take care of this anti-air as well as the other tanks. So funny enough, he used his anti-air to kill my 1 infantry. I'm not sure why he did that. It's kind of weird. Starts another capture in the center. Infantry attacks mine over there on the right. Tank does attack. His is a 7. I do believe I became a 5. And he builds a battlecopter and finishes off my tank in the bottom left. Infantry moves in, kills my other infantry. So now I only got 1 guy over here and 1 guy over here. That's definitely not looking good for me. As you guys can see at the bottom of the screen, actually I'm going to transfer to my turn. Bottom of the screen, he has a 67.6k total as a first player with 22 units. I have 17 units, but I actually have a 65.5k unit value. So, and it's my turn. So while I am losing as far as units and positioning, I am actually winning in total value, which is actually really good. To this point, I think I'm totally losing. I mean, both corners are in his possession, right? And the middle's not going to do me any good. I could capture the 1 lab in the middle, but it's not going to matter, right? Because I still need to capture the 2 outside ones. So at this point, I'm really panicking. I think I'm losing by a lot. Of course, Fog of War, I can't see his value, right? So I continue to do pot shots with my artillery, which is great. I move my artillery into range of my infantry as well, because I feel like I know this anti-air is here, and he knows my infantry is here. So if he tries to scout it out, I might be able to draw him in and attack. So again, I did become a 5 on his attack, and so in retaliation, I can attack back. That's where I have the advantage. Had it been an 8, that would be a totally different story. But luckily, I now have the edge here. I have units that are strong. My vehicles are powerful. So I have a good, amount of units to take out his infantry. Still, he can't see my battlecopter. I made sure he can't see it. That way he doesn't know where it's going. I built a couple more tanks this turn. Again, I still need to take care of the anti-airs, make sure they can't attack me. So again, now he has to retreat because his units are all damaged. I'm not sure if I saw this move into the forest. I'm not sure if I saw the replay. But he is starting to move his infantry in closer to capture properties that I cannot protect. So that's a little scary for me. Boom, 1 shot, that infantry. My recon's able to do work. I feel the presence that he does not have a tank here, so I go ahead and take that one out as well. Again, you guys can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's 1 space out of range, so that's really good. So I move in my battlecopter and destroy that tank as well. This anti-air can't go around this mountain, so totally safe. Oh, that's weird. It was blurry. Oh, that's so weird. Look, it's blurring out as I move off of it. That's interesting. So I start capturing in the middle. I want to get these properties if I can. I also move my artillery into the forest. So he shouldn't be able to see me. Not sure how he'll move. But again, I need to hit all his infantry. That way he can't capture in 2 turns. And it will take 3 or more. I also move a bunch of tanks here. So now I have 3 tanks here compared to his 2. I built another battlecopter and more infantry. That way I can get them into the black boat to transport. His turn rolls in. We both have our powers now. So let's see what he does. So ABC finds my tank. Tank moves into the forest. So I can't see that. One anti-air moves back. He knows I have a battlecopter, so he needs to move to that side. Battlecopter moves in closer. Tank takes out my infantry down in the south. So now I got nothing protecting those cities. Alright, so my turn. Capturing the city. So I got the city in the very center. So now I have a 17 to 14,000 capture lead. I use my power this turn. I think I can have the advantage and use my units to attack now, because my tanks are in range of his. So I feel like this could give me the upper hand. And since I think I can see his stuff, I take that chance. Tank moves in onto the city, hits the tank, destroys the tank, destroys an infantry. So now he has to go on this forest if he wants to see these guys. Stop the capture here. I didn't stop him, or I didn't stop the capture. I weakened him a lot, but it's not enough. Infantry move into the black boat, get dropped off. I deploy them one like that and one up there, just in case. I think I need to send one this way and one's to the center, not both to the center. Tank moves and kills this infantry. I probably should have moved onto that city. I can see. Oh, you know what? I can't move that far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, never mind. So I should have put it right here, honestly. But I didn't. Instead, I left him over there where I can get hit by the tank easily on the forest. So that was not good. Start capturing the lab. I move my battlecopter in thinking he doesn't have an anti-air there, which is pretty stupid of me. Of course he has an anti-air there, so I lost my battlecopter just like that. Alright, so I don't see this battlecopter until just now. And now that I see it, I have no anti-air defense. Therefore, that battlecopter is free to attack anything it wants, and I can't do anything about it. So it's not looking so good. So I move my artillery here because he has to look for it first. And he has to move next to the forest. So that's why I put it in front. So it was a decent turn. As you guys can see at the bottom of the screen, I have a 40k lead. And now I have the unit lead. But at the same time, I left myself so vulnerable. So infantry moves in and attacks, trying to protect his lab. Anti-air destroys my infantry. Finishes the capture in the south. Anti-air kills my battlecopter. He now has his superpower, and he does use his super, so now he can move his tanks around. Battlecopter moves all the way over here, wipes out a tank. This tank moves in, hits my other tank. He can't see it, but I think he did. Let me see. He probably did 5 damage to me, which I did 3 back. Yeah, so yeah, he probably did 5 damage to me. So I'm a 5 and he's a 3 in the end. So that's a really good hit for him, honestly, because it takes out my tank from attacking his anti-air. Tank moves in, attacks this tank. Good hit. Obviously he didn't one-shot me, but either way, it's still scary to think about. This tank moves in, attacks my 8 as well. I'm alive, so I can repair, and I do have 2 tanks in support. So my turn rolls in. I did become a 5. So this is scary because I have no anti-air here. I screwed up in the center this turn as well. So this artillery I used to attack this anti-air, that was a huge mistake. it was supposed to attack this tank, and then this one would attack the anti-air. But unfortunately, I didn't do that. So now there's a live tank, and I can't do anything to stop it. So I'm forced to retreat my tank. And just try and see if I could cover my artilleries as best as I can. So I move my tank back. I also recovered with the black boat. My new tank moves in and attacks his, as well as my infantry. Again, gotta make sure I damage all of his infantry as much as possible. That way he can't keep capturing. As you guys can see, the bottom left corner, the property is still neutral. So, I'm in really good shape to, keep him from getting more funds. Battlecopter moves in. He can't see this one. There's no anti-air here. So again, while he has a battlecopter in my top right, I have a battlecopter in the bottom left that we can both do a lot of damage to each other without having to worry about the other person. Alright, so next his battlecopter is starting to move in. Here's another one here. Gets a free shot on my tank, or my artillery with his tank. Kills my tank in the top right. So now again, I have no more presence there. And he's moving his tank. I don't know why he moved his tank here. I don't know if he didn't know he can't recover it, or was that planned. Either way, he gets another hit on my tank. He didn't kill me though. So again, I survived with 1 HP and I got repaired. So now my tanks are still alive, as well as my battlecopter, and his battlecopter can't reach me yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just above the forest. Alright, so I go for a capture here, a little cheeky. He's going to use his battlecopter to stop me, obviously. But I don't know that he has this battlecopter, so I'm moving my guys forward thinking, I'm safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so he can't reach my battlecopter yet. So unfortunately, I did not kill this tank. I was hoping for a luck roll, and obviously as Sonja, I got minus luck, so that didn't happen. Again, another tank on tank shot, and I won out. That's really good. And I still have my black boat, don't forget that. So I repair my tank, and my other tank is still repairing, as well as another one to support. So he doesn't see my my anti-air here. This battlecopter could attack me and get killed. Let's see what happens. So again, I build more more artillery because I need the indirect against Max, who I feel like I'm constantly feeling like I'm losing this match. At Note's point, did I feel like I was winning? Again, he has both comm towers, so I felt like there's no way I'm winning, right? But I was getting some good engagements. In Fog of War, anything can happen, and at this point, you guys can see this is the start of day 17, and I'm winning actually by a lot. So, that's the mindset of Fog of War. You never know. So it moves his tanks around, kills my infantry so easily, and then the worst thing happened. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can kill my battlecopter. Although, I think he just moved it out of range. So he can't see? Or I think he can see, right? If I remember correctly, I think he does destroy it. So he's protecting his battlecopter too in the top right. Yeah. So he's moved in, saw my battlecopter, poof, there it goes. So unfortunately I didn't stop it, but I did get a city of his, so that's something. So my turn now. So now I have a 17 to 15,000 again. I want to stop him from capturing as much as I can. So again, I hit both infantry. Can't see my vehicles though, so once he moves in, I'm going to attack him. Tank gets a free shot at the bottom of the south. Destroy his infantry, destroy his both tanks. Oh, that was a luck roll. If I use the other one, that's weak. Bottom left corner, he needs 2 turns to capture that city, so I'm good to stop him from doing that. And in the middle, I move my artilleries in a way that I can support one another. Again, I'm a little short-handed there. But again, at this point, I still think I'm losing. I mean, look at the force here. I can't see exactly what's over there, right? For all I know, he has a huge army just waiting to pounce on me. Same thing in the middle. I don't see this here, and I don't see anything here. So, for all I know, he will just start attacking me, and I won't even see it coming. So he kills my infantry in the middle, unfortunately. Moves in and hits my infantry. I can't stop that battlecopter, but I can see the tanks. So now in the bottom left, I don't have anything to stop this battlecopter. Once again, I don't have enough anti-air. So he gets free shots. He builds another battlecopter and more infantry. He needs the infantry out to capture. So over here, looking good. I have my super now. I do activate it, because why not? So here we go. Tank moves in, finishes off the infantry in the bottom left, so he can't capture. Anti-air is now moving out that way, so I can defend against this battlecopter. So while he has a battlecopter that I can't defend against, technically he can't go charging in and attacking because he doesn't know if I have an anti-air or not. Tank moves in, hits the anti-air. Anti-air moves in, kills the battlecopter. He cannot get the capture this turn either, so that's good. I get a shot on the tank with my artillery. That's really great. And I start moving my units in. Again, I didn't see this anti-air, so I just attack with my battlecopter. Yeah, I didn't see it. So, not until right now, and then boom, I saw it like, shoot. There goes another battlecopter. So, he can't see my units necessarily, so he doesn't know what's happening. But he can see the one that's capturing the city. So again, I move back, you know, thinking that I'm pretty good. I don't see any units here. I think to myself, okay, I could back off, right? So I'm going to send my units here and reinforce the center. His turn rolls in, battlecopter moves down. I think he got trapped here. I don't think he tried to move into the just down and not move into the forest. Kills my battlecopter. Then uses his super. So half his turn is already over and he uses super. Tank hits my infantry. Tank can now see my artillery and does kill one. So now he sees this one and that one. Tank finishes off my tank. And his battlecopter moves in all the way to attack my infantry and stop the capture. I don't know what he was thinking. He should have went like over here, probably because he felt like maybe he might get trapped. But my anti-air is now in range to go and try and kill it. So he builds another battlecopter. So artillery gets a free shot on this anti-air. That's great. Anti-air moves in, kills his battlecopter. Again, I can do as much damage to him as I want because his super is going, and all the while I'm getting co-power, so that's great. And I destroy his units, so now his force is very minimal. And again, I get more infantry out there to the center. Boom, over here, killing it off all his units. Don't see anything else. At this point, you guys can see my vision. I don't see many units. I'm pretty confident in my my case that I'm winning now at this point. So I built a stealth bomber. So last turn I skipped and used built only 2 infantry. I saved up for a stealth bomber. So this stealth bomber is going to come in handy. No one really expects people to build stealth bombers, especially since it's expensive as heck, right? So I did. Tank gets a hit on my artillery. Battlecopter moves in and kills it. His units are all retreating to heal. So easy, simple turn. Gets a hit on my anti-air though. That sucks because now I don't have anything to stop that battlecopter. And yet he's just spamming battlecopters and infantry. 2 infantry and 1 battlecopter return. So it's kind of scary to think about. So again, my recon is scouting. There's nothing here in the top right. I'm looking good. Tank gets a hit on his tank. I use my infantry to attack his battlecopter, thinking I could probably kill it, but I got a bad luck roll right there. I didn't even do damage. And now my tank is not even in range to kill the battlecopter, so it's just going to go free. So that was a mistake on my part. I should have used this infantry to move on to the planes, but I didn't. So I get some free shots on those tanks. And so move my anti-air back. I see the battlecopter and I can't do anything about it, but I do have my other battlecopter here in support. So if he does attack, I can attack him first. Alright. So my stealth bomber moves in, I obviously hide it. I have my black boat get ready to get more fuel so it can help keep my stealth bomber alive. Kills my tank in the bottom left. Battlecopter and tank move around in center. Again, he doesn't have a huge force, so I actually have a pretty good edge going right now. Tank kills his tank off. My other tank goes to heal. Again, I use my infantry to attack the battlecopter. Got a bad luck roll. And then this one finishes it off. So I retreat my tank, move my stealth bomber even closer. Again, now my stealth bomber can cover a lot of ground. All of my units are protected. And obviously, there's no way for him to know that it's coming. Not to mention, even if he did, he can't even see it on the map. The only way to counter is another stealth bomber or a fighter. So again, he's just moving his units. Both of us are casually trying to scout out and see what the opponent is doing. Again, all the while I still have a capture lead, so I'm getting 2k every turn over him, even though he has the comm towers. As long as he's not attacking, he can't do anything to stop me. So now my stealth bomber is in prime position to attack all kinds of units, and he doesn't even know it's there. So again, I move my units even closer and closer. Again, we don't see each other. You guys can see his vision here. The only unit he sees is my black boat. Infantry moves in to see what's on this forest, thinking that he could probably attack it because it's probably an artillery. Battlecopter moves in, attacks my black boat. Still doesn't see the stealth bomber though. Tank retreats. Surprisingly, I thought he would actually attack the artillery, considering he went in to try and see it. Alright, so my turn on day 23 now. My infantry moves in, tries to weaken it, killed it off. Stealth bomber finally takes action, gets a hit on the battlecopter. Again, he doesn't know I had this, and he has no way of preparing a fighter or a stealth bomber. Therefore, this guy's ready to go and wreak havoc for at least 3 turns. And based on, I counted the properties too at this point. If you count the properties, he only has 16. He just captured one. So we're even. So even if he gets 16,000 now, he can't build the fighter. That's 1 turn. Then he has to prepare for the next turn. That's 2. Fighter gets built. 3rd turn it travels. 4th turn it travels again. So it takes 4 to 5 turns before it could even find my stealth bomber. So I got hits on both battlecopters, and I killed one. So now my units are able to move in freely, and I'm not even afraid. And at this point, I'm also trying to get a comm tower in the top right as well. So his units move in. He uses his max force, his regular power. Stops my capture on the comm tower. Kills my recon. Tanks move in. Still didn't see the stealth bomber though. Or, well, he sees it actually because of the battlecopter, duh. Yeah, he uses, did you see that? He used his tank to attack my 7 battlecopter. How interesting. I actually don't know how much damage that does. So he got a good hit on my tank there, but again, he's in range of my artillery. So I don't think he saw that. But again, strong presence in the center. But again, I have a stealth bomber, I have battlecopters. He doesn't have anything to stop me from killing him. And I do have my super again, by the way. So he builds an anti-air and an infantry this turn, so even if he saves up, he will have enough for a fighter, but it won't be able to get here in time. So I use my super, obviously. I can see almost the entire map. About 1/4 of the map I cannot see. That's pretty insane. Artillery gets a free hit. Battlecopter moves in, hits the other tank. I want to do as much damage to the tanks, that way they're useless. Tank moves in, hits that one. Again, I'm trying to capture here. I probably should use that Battlecopter to try and stop him or attack him, but instead I went for the capture, that way his tanks can't actually touch me. So I want to take the capture lead again. Stealth Bomber moves in, attacks that tank. Move my other tank to retreat and heal. Again, I have all the advantage here. So all my units move around, I get a hit on that tank too, even though he's going to recover. Anti-air hits that anti-air, so I can, have the vehicle edge, and I have an extra tank here as well. Because of my super, I see that he doesn't exactly have any units to support, therefore I could do that. And of course, I just prepare even more units. End of day 24. You guys can see at the start of day 25, I have a 8 unit count lead, and I more than double his unit value. So again, at this point, I feel like I am winning, but again, it's only because the Stealth Bomber was able to do so much damage. So he moves his units around again, trying to figure out what to do. Takes suicide shot, hits my tank again. Battlecopter hits my Battlecopter. Using his tank, sees my thing, but then he resigns at the end of his turn, knowing that he can't do anything to stop the Stealth Bomber. So in the end, day 25, I won with a 35-27 kill death ratio. Again, this Stealth Bomber is probably my saving grace, or at least as far as making the battle officially end. As you guys can see, he has 20k on this turn to build a fighter, but by building that fighter, he gives up so much ground for me to, stomp over him. And so I was already winning at this point, yes, but again, if you go back all the way to the beginning, it was kind of scary for me. I mean, he got both comm towers, so obviously I think he pushed a little too hard in some places, but yeah, overall it was a pretty fun match. I won't lie, I put off some turns, I think there was a couple times where I put it off for a day because I was really frustrated about losing the 2 corners, but overall I came back and I did a pretty good job. Again, Max with 2 comm towers is scary as hell, and then his tanks hit hard, and I'm Sonja with bad luck, but, and it's a big but, I managed to, think about my strategies and pull my units back when needed. Yeah, some foolish battlecopters got killed by a bunch of anti-airs, but again, that's the point of Fog of War. You don't know what your opponent's going to be building, where they're sending their units, how many they have. Again, all these things add up, and in the end, I pulled through. I had some really good engagements, especially in this bottom left corner. I had some really good engagements with my tanks. Top right, it was just more of like a, hold them off kind of thing. But getting the center, I think, using the black boat as well, I think gaining the center was the key to my victory, because I was able to get the capture advantage. And in the end, I think the extra funds, while I did lose the corners, the extra funds definitely helped me get the edge as far as building better units. And of course, using artilleries, which Max cannot use artilleries. In Fog of War, they're really powerful. So that's, I think, got me the edge. And in the end, it was a really fun match. Just a public game though, so it wasn't anything special, but I felt like it was special for me. I thought this entire time I was losing, but in the end I won. And looking back on this replay now for the first time, I can see that he did make a lot of mistakes as well. But it was a pretty tough match. It was a pretty tough match. Yeah, I've never played actually a match where my opponent has both comm towers, so that was quite interesting. That was really interesting to play. But yeah, what did you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys thought about this match. Did I do okay? Did I do horrible. I thought I did horrible. Again, I'm not used to playing Sonja, you know, let alone going against a Max player. That's pretty scary. So if you guys like this video, hit the like button down below. And again, comment down below if you have anything to say. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Again, I'm trying to get more Advanced Wars content out there now that I've been playing again. As well as share the channel if you guys can. Every little bit helps. We have a bunch of other content coming out too. Now that it's the end of the year of 2023, I don't know what else I am going to be posting. Again, plans to start the next year is going to start the Halo runs again. We're finishing Halo 5 now. That will actually finish tomorrow. And then I personally will probably start playing either Reach or ODST. I don't know which. Stay tuned for that. And of course, more hockey and other content coming your way as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you guys have a great day. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.